Welcome back to Drunken True Crime. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much. We do not deserve you.
We don't.
No. So it's been a little bit since we have filmed, and that is because I got a new puppy.
Life has happened.
And he's kind of a handful. Never had a puppy before.
He might be featured on one of our episodes.
Yeah. We should. He's sleeping right now. So we're hoping to get through at least one before he wakes up. But people don't, I guess people warned me how hard this was going to be. Yeah. So we'll keep you updated on the puppy. He doesn't really like me yet.
Well, it takes a while to grow an attachment.
Yeah.
Both sides.
He gets so excited about other people when he sees them. But like when he sees me in the morning, he's like, bitch, you're just going to get me up and make me train. Like that's it. Anyway. So anywho, that's why it's been so long. I apologize. I will take 110% credit for us not posting for a while because it's my fault. So anyways, with that being said, we're excited to get into the case today. And today's case, I think, like, if there's one word that I could use to describe this case, it's gruesome.
Yes.
It is.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one. It's
of course, because Natalie's covering it.
It's a murder that shocked not only the country that it happened in, the continent, but the world. But before we get into it, my name's Natalie.
I'm Erika, and this is Drunken True Crime. Dude.
Before we get into it, we do have a few disclaimers. We are going to go through them really quickly, so listen up. 1, we talk about true crime. 2, we drink. 3, we cuss. 4, sometimes we laugh because we're human and we're typically making fun of each other or the asshat criminals in these cases that we cover, but absolutely never the victim. So if any of those things offend you, you will not like this channel, and that's okay. You can go
move along.
Yeah, go somewhere else. That's fine.
Okay, last disclaimer here, folks. The information provided by us in this video is for educational purposes. All information in this video is provided in good faith. The views expressed are our own personal opinions, and the details we provide are all alleged, and individuals are innocent until proven guilty in the court of law.
For those of you that are new to, we always have a different cocktail each time. So I'll let Erika describe this one since she brought it.
So have you guys heard of On the Rocks?
Yes.
Well, I think we did it in our last episode. But they come out with like different pre-made cocktails. This week we're doing the old fashioned.
Yes. So
mostly because Natalie loves old fashioned.
I do. So it'll be a good taste.
It will be a good taste.
And test. Load. Microphone down.
Sorry. And also we're drinking out of the Drunken True Crime Be a Bitch Stay Alive glasses. Cups. Thanks, sissy. So I think it's really good. It's a little strong.
Also, it's like the middle of the day.
Well,
but
it's okay. Noon. It's noon o'clock.
It's noon, so it's afternoon. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Is that what they're saying? Anyways, okay.
It is in like London, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, guys. So we're gonna jump into it. So grab your cocktail and come jump into this case with us.
Woohoo! Cheers, bitches.
Okay, so today we're talking about the brutal murder of a Hong Kong influencer named Abby Choi. So this case has gotten a ton of coverage just because of the brutality that goes into it. So again, it's very, very recent, just happened last month. So we're still, obviously it's an ongoing investigation, so everything is alleged at this point in time, but we'll take you through what we know now. And then of course, as always, we'll keep you updated as we go along. So Abby, or as we find out more, not as we go along. As we go along in this life.
In this journey.
Oh my God. Okay. Really starting out strong. So, okay. Abby was born on July 11th, 1994 in Hong Kong. Now, growing up, Abby dreamed of becoming a model, and she made that dream a reality. So by age 28, she was a top international model, social media influencer, and socialite. And if you go and look, and we'll put pictures up if you're watching on YouTube, but absolutely gorgeous, like picturesque lifestyle, just seemed very... like she had it all going for her.
Right. And the fact that like from a young age, she was like, you know what? I'm going to be a model. And she freaking made that happen.
Yeah, she did. And such she's on the cover of magazines.
Right.
I mean, it's really impressive. And doing this all she's not even 30 yet.
It's like a Disney story.
I know, right? So in 2012, when she was just 18 years old, Abby married, oh my God, Alex Kwong. That still could be wrong. But the two would go on to have 2 children together. However, just a few years later, so by 2016, the couple would actually be divorced. So Abby would then go on to start dating Tam Quan. We're just going with it, guys, okay? Who was, Tam Kwan, who was the heir of a very well-known restaurant chain in Hong Kong that was worth over $1 billion, which, talk about marrying up, but
right?
Or dating up. Some say that she had married Tam Kwan. But I don't know. Some say she was dating, some say she was married, so I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it's hard to find like articles that are contradicting each other.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff is still in like Chinese, and when it gets like translated over, it's not actually quite clear. So anyways, we're doing the best we can over here. So now, despite the divorce, though, it is alleged that Abby would still remain close to the Kwon, so her ex-husband, and actually continued to bankroll Alex and his entire family's lifestyle. So police said that she actually bought the family a 4-bedroom, 1,820 square foot luxury apartment in Hong Kong's exclusive Kadoorie Hill neighborhood. She also helped her former brother-in-law buy his own house. So,
wow.
Yeah, just overall being very generous.
So overall, this seems like an amicable divorce, and Abby appears to be the nicest person ever to support his entire family. However, it appears that starting in 2022, the relationship began to dissolve.
Not resolve. It did not go well.
It appears that starting in 2022, the relationship began to dissolve. Allegedly, it started when Abby decided to sell the Kadoorie Hill apartment. Now, although Abby was the one that paid for this apartment, it was actually registered in Alex's dad's name. Now, it wasn't like Abby was going to sell the home and throw Alex and his family out on the street. She was planning on finding the Kongs a new home. However, Alex's dad was enraged by this. He got so heated that Abby actually got a lawyer to help deal with the backlash from Alex's dad. The lawyer confirmed that if Abby could prove she purchased the home, and then she would be the one getting the money for the sale. Again, this really pissed off Alex's dad and started his hatred for his ex-daughter-in-law.
Yeah, so this is allegedly
the first straw.
Yeah, where it all started, this immense hatred. So let's talk about Alex's dad for just a second. So he's actually a former Hong Kong police sergeant who retired back in 2000. 2005.
2000?
I don't know where that. I don't know.
2000.
I'm so used to saying 20. Like I was going to go say 20 and then. Yeah.
You forget the 2000s.
I know. 2005. So it is alleged, though, by a Chinese newspaper that he was actually forced to retire after being accused of sexually assaulting a woman. Now, this has been reported in multiple outlets. However, I wasn't 100% able to confirm this. But again, multiple outlets said it. And if it is true, it just goes to speak to the type of character that he has.
Sounds like a real peach.
Yeah.
To me.
Real. So then in early... okay, let me try that again. So in early February of this year, so just last month, Hong Kong police said that Alex's dad rented an apartment on the ground floor in a village. Yeah. He also rented another apartment that would later serve as an alleged hideout for Alex.
Now, on February 21st of 2023, Abby met up with Alex's brother, Anthony, her ex-brother-in-law, who was supposed to take her to pick up one of her kids from school.
And to add a note, I didn't put this in the script. As I was researching this. So it looks like Abby actually hired Anthony, again, Alex's brother, to be her personal chauffeur after the divorce. So helping him out, not only buying him a house, but helping him out by providing him a job. So that's why it wasn't weird that he was the one picking her up. Like, this was his job. So.
Then why would her father-in-law hate her? Like, she's providing a house, she's providing her ex-brother-in-law I think he got means to live off of.
I think they got greedy. I think they liked this lifestyle, and it was completely contingent on her. And if she was getting remarried and stuff, maybe the husband or boyfriend was putting pressure on her to stop supporting. I mean, I don't know. These are the questions everyone wants to know, and that haven't been released yet. And maybe they're not talking.
If you think about it, if she marries this guy that's a billionaire, basically, she's going to have more money. So basically, you're just murdering off the cash cow that you're living off of.
Well, supposedly, because she had not changed everything over yet, because again, I don't know if they were married to this new guy, but him and his family would inherit all of her money. And it's a lot of money. So, again, we don't fully know the motive. Police, all they've said is that they think the straw that broke the camel's back was Abby going to sell that Kadori home.
Okay.
So,
sorry, we went off track, but I was just
this
like,
is good conversation.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
So, according to local reports, on the way to pick up Abby's child, Anthony made a pit stop along the way to pick up Alex, Abby's ex-husband. Now, what actually happens next is unclear, but Abby never made it to pick up her child and was actually reported missing later that day. She was last seen wearing a white t-shirt, white trousers, and white slippers. That was trousers, guys. That's just Southern. So I'm already confused. So she was already with Anthony and Alex.
No, so she was just with Anthony. So Anthony came to pick her up because she had to pick her kid up from school.
Right.
And so on the way, Anthony made a pit stop and they picked up Alex. I don't know if this was planned or not. This is just what we can see from security cameras.
Right.
So, yes. So, when she went missing, she was with
Then
Anthony.
Who reported her missing?
Oh, because she didn't pick up her kid from school, the school reported her missing.
Oh, they can do that over there?
I guess so.
I guess over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what alerted someone. And maybe it wasn't the school. Let me rephrase. It's the fact that she did not pick her kid up from school that alerted someone to report her missing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's unheard of for her and out of character because it alerted everybody.
Exactly.
Makes sense. Now, police immediately started questioning the Kongs, but two brothers and father gave police false information and basically led them on a wild goose chase. By February 24th, police figured out that the Kongs were basically full of shit, and they decided to search the apartment Alex's dad had rented just earlier in that month.
Yep. So now, before we get into the next part, we want to give and I'm glad I ended up taking this part, give a disclaimer. So we're going to talk through some really gruesome aspects of this case. So if you have a weak stomach, highly suggest just skipping on.
Can we do 5 big gulps before we go?
Well, actually, oh my God. So we're going to take a big swig of this before, and then after we're going to do 5 big gulps. So cheers.
Cheers. Big swig.
So Erika had just mentioned that police, they go to search the apartment that Alex's dad had just rented earlier that month. So when they walk into the apartment, they find a horrific scene. And it's almost like it was straight out of a horror movie. Now, these people, allegedly, the Kwongs, allegedly, had turned this apartment into a fucking butcher shop. Like, straight out of... Dexter.
Dexter.
Yeah, it's Dexter.
Straight up Dexter.
So it had a meat grinder, an electric saw, 2 types of choppers, a hammer, face shields, and black raincoats. In the refrigerator, they found 2 dismembered human legs, 2 pots full of soup that included carrots, celery, and minced meat that police suspected to be human remains. After further investigation, they also found that the soup contained a skull and several ribs. The skull appeared to have a large hole in the back of it, which is what is believed to have caused the death of Abby. Now, we now have DNA results that have come back, so we do know that this was, in fact, Abby, unfortunately.
My God.
Okay, so now that we got through that, we're going to do 5 big gulps. So,
yes,
cheers.
Let's go. 5 big gulps. Let's go. Oh, burns.
Yeah, that's a little.
It burns.
Okay.
Not the drink to do 5 big gulps.
Yeah, no.
Now, rightfully so, police immediately arrest Alex's father, mother, and brother. But Alex was on the run and a manhunt quickly ensued. Not insured. Not the drink.
No.
However, on Saturday, February 25th, officers arrested Alex after discovering that he was allegedly planning to escape the city by speedboat. Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
That's a vibe.
That's a
reminds
me of Miami.
That's a choice, I guess. When he was arrested, it was reported that he had $500,000 in cash, multiple luxury watches, totaling $4 million.
These people just live in a whole different world than we do.
No.
They're so rich, all of these people. It's insane.
I mean,
we're talking B's, like billionaires,
right? Not
millionaires. It's insane.
Police later would go on to arrest a 41-year-old yacht rental employee who was allegedly going to help Alex escape. Additionally, 2 other women were also recently arrested for allegedly helping and aiding a fugitive in the murder, bringing the total number of arrests to 7.
So, in total, right now, again, this just happened at the end of February.
Right.
So,
like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, it's March 10th. So, still lots of things we don't know. Lots of things that police aren't releasing. Lots of things that we probably won't know for a while. The fact that they have arrested 7 people for this already is awesome.
They must have a lot of shit on them to arrest 7 people immediately.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really interested to see where this case goes, and maybe we can understand a little bit more of the motive because to your point, it's not like she was not giving them the lifestyle that they wanted. Maybe they just became super greedy. Maybe there was some jealousy going on.
They're also really stupid criminals. For him to be an ex-cop,
I know.
You have a crime scene out of something of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
You don't clean anything up.
No, and you do it in an apartment that's rented in your name. Actually, so that might be one of the reasons why one of the women got arrested, the additional 2 that you had spoke about, is that they helped rent that apartment.
Oh, okay.
I think. But again, as we get more details, we will definitely let you know. We'll probably be giving those updates unless there's something huge in the case. We probably won't do another YouTube or podcast, but we will keep you updated on our Instagram. So if you don't follow us already,
or
go
do
follow.
a short on YouTube or something.
Yeah, exactly. So with that being said, though,
I do have a question though. Yeah, I'm glad we're getting to final thoughts. Yeah. So, do we think they had a plan where the dad was already at the apartment and then that was why Anthony was going with her? Then they picked up Alex to go murder her?
Yes. So I think this
all
was very
3 are
planned.
actually involved.
That's what I believe.
I feel like it would have to be.
Yeah. I think that this was very meticulously planned. I mean, why else would he be renting this apartment? He lived in a very nice house. Otherwise, they had rented 2 apartments. Remember, one, which was the scene of where they found her legs and her skull and a few ribs. And
awful.
I know.
Awful.
It is awful. And the other apartment is allegedly where Alex was hiding out when he was on the run. So definitely, I think that this was premeditated.
Right.
I do think that they were all involved somehow. And again, the question is why? And she was helping.
How in the hell can you do this to someone you once loved? That was once your mother of your child, the, part of the family, your sister-in-law, your daughter-in-law.
I know.
I know you had differences, but how does it lead to something like this magnitude where you're cooking her in a pot and I
know. It's disgusting. It's tragic.
A saw and all these other things that are just, it's just awful.
It is. It's so gruesome. And to go about it that way and they still haven't found the rest of her body. They're looking, but they still haven't found the rest of her body.
That's awful.
I know. And so, yeah.
This makes you wonder, what are they doing with the rest of the body if they found it in a soup bowl?
Yeah. I mean, I think they had looked
what was the purpose of putting onions and shit in there?
I don't know. Obviously, there's something ridiculously wrong with them. Again,
this all started because she didn't want to, she wanted to take back the apartment.
Well, she wanted to sell the house. She had bought for them. And again, so allegedly that's the motive. That's what we
know for right now.
Yeah. And so,
but who's to say she didn't have another house that she was going to give to them?
That's what they're saying is she wasn't planning on just throwing them out on the streets. She was planning on getting another house for them. So, and the thing that sucks is if they're not convicted of this, they could potentially get the money, all of her money.
Okay. So there might be a slight, it just popped up in my head. What about jealousy here?
No, I know. That might be because of the new boyfriend or husband.
New boyfriend, husband, her lifestyle, the fact that she's able to do this and help their family after it didn't work with her and Alex.
And she was the one supporting them, not Alex, not the
actual son.
It could be an honor thing. It could be a feeling disrespected. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's why I'm really interested to see where this case goes and for us to get more information about it because there's so many questions left. So many questions. But with that being said, please, if you enjoyed, I know that's a weird word to say, but if you found this informative, Please like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. It really does help us out. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, just know we do have a podcast and vice versa. If you're listening to this on a podcast, we do have a YouTube. So with that being said, though,
be a bitch and stay alive. Cheers.